one of the most shocking attacks on US soil, the recent one in Las Vegas. And I think there's a lot to talk about it, why it's so shocking and why to many it's so scary. Well, first of all, it's probably the biggest terrorist attack on US soil since 9/11. And if we look at more attacks on US soil, we have Sandy Hook, we have, the Bernardino, we have the New York truck ramming, we have the Orlando attacks, and that's just the US. And if you look at the world, that's not even bad. If you talk about Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Egypt, Somalia, Syria, these things go on constantly.
Well, I think most Americans alive today would say that 9/11, 2001, was the act of terrorism that impacted them the most, and I think it's impacted all of us since then, indirectly or maybe directly.
One thing that makes this so terrifying is, first of all, the element of surprise, right? Like nobody expected this to happen.
Insofar as it has made people frightened and it's made our politics one that has been driven by fear, that it begins, if we begin by talking about its effect here in the United States, it led to attitudes that I think have harmed us, attitudes about people, about race and religion and things like that. It has led to, I think, unwarranted intrusions on our personal privacy.
It's good not to be biased. Unfortunately, some news sources are kind of biased. They state that race, religion, or maybe guns are the problem, or guns aren't the problem, for example. And I believe that it's important for the news media to not be biased in this sense. Quote the right sources, and if you're quoting someone, make it clear that such statement may not be 100% certain.
The entertainment media is interested primarily in bringing in viewers, or whatever the consumer would be, and so sensational responses to things, or sensationalist responses to things, they're better clickbait. They're more likely to pull people in than calm, rational, cooler responses to them. And so I think that by and large, I remember there was a tremendous upswing of a certain appropriate kind of patriotism, and what I think was a sense of American nationalism. But there was a lot of it that was ugly, and it wasn't appropriate. And so I don't know that the media did a very good job of mitigating that.
Anyone can be a terrorist. When you have that ideology to hurt people, or that basically insanity to do these things, anyone can be like this, and that's scary because technically you can't stop terrorism because the root of terrorism is the ideology.